What you see here is definitely not your average Hunter original. This one here is from 1987, 3-speed, electrically reversible. Finished in a custom color shift blue finish, paired with a set of plastic acrylic smoked clear blades, square tip, with your average 15-degree blade pitch. Get you a look at the tag. You can see on the bottom left corner there, if it'll focus, the 87 year, and then the serial number right there. Standard Hunter original mount, oil port there. The information tag on the fan was missing when I got it, so I don't have that. But yeah, this is a custom creation courtesy of yours truly. This fan was originally white with white blades. I got this from Marketplace, didn't pay a dime for it. A buddy of mine actually picked it up for me and gave it to me. So yeah, the fan was used outside for an extended period of time. The original blades were there, but they were literally flaking apart like a croissant. The finish on the motor housing was rusty, pretty much just all rust. The blade irons and the switch housing fared pretty decently as they're die cast, so they don't really rust. So the white paint was still pretty good on those, but the motor housing was in bad shape. The original canopy was missing. That is a replacement canopy. The fan did have a genuine Hunter low profile light on it when I got it. However, the glass was missing, and it was in bad shape as well, so that got thrown out. So that round fitter and a smoked plastic globe there is something I added to it myself. We'll go ahead and turn the light on. And yes, that is a black light bulb in the fan. Definitely to add to the theme of it. So I had this crazy idea of doing this to this fan, since painting it back white would just be too boring. White originals just, classic look, but they're just boring. So, since they're a dime a dozen, I feel no shame whatsoever in doing something a little different here. So yeah, the blades are something I made myself. I just bought a sheet of 1/4-inch thick smoked acrylic online and had it shipped here, and then I took a jigsaw, cut around the pattern for the blades, drilled the holes myself for the blade irons, and actually sanded to fine-tune the edges to the best of my ability. They're not perfect, but they came out fairly decently. This tag here, you've probably already seen that it's different than your typical Hunter tag, and that's something I created myself. The silver is something I hand drawn in, so it's definitely not perfect, but it looks pretty cool. So all in all, this project came together fairly decently. I'm definitely proud of it. So not really much else to say about it. Let's jump in and start it up on low. Wrong switch. Here we go. Keep on kicking that little box fan I have by the door here. So of course, with all the time and effort I put into this fan, it definitely earned a spot installed in the house here for a period of time. So I figured the best place for it will be here in my office. Here on low, the fan is doing around 60 RPM. This motor, if I remember correctly, is the 1.1 amp PSC motor. It has its typical hum that these make. Other than that, it runs pretty smoothly, especially for a fan that's been used outside for an extended period of time. The pull chains are replacements as well. as of course, the original ones were corroded quite badly. Go to medium. In case anyone's wondering, the paint is a Rust-Oleum paint. It's called Color Shift Blue Cosmos. Rust-Oleum makes a few different color shift colors. They don't seem like they were sold in any of the big box hardware stores or something that you got to order online. Here on medium, we're doing around 125 RPM. Throwing out a pretty decent breeze already. This fan's definitely overkill for this room. And here's high. And here on high, we're doing around 180 RPM. Now these acrylic blades, they are definitely heavier than the standard plywood blades that Hunter sold with these fans. So I'm sure the RPM is a little bit slower than what it did originally, but it still does a pretty decent job. Of course, airflow is a little bit too much in this room. It definitely needs a smaller fan, but I don't really use this fan on high, or use any fan in here on high for that matter. So we're going to turn the light back on. Pretty cool. I do have a space rug in the bottom of this room here, which lights it up pretty cool at night. And we're going to power things off. So that's about all I have for this one. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video on this 52-inch Hunter original ceiling fan, customized from 1987. We'll see you next time. Stay cool. Take care. Peace.